with the top news across the campus of Marshall University in the W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications, JMC TV presents MU Report.
Hello, and thanks for joining us for this edition of MU Report. I'm Baylee Parsons.
And I'm Jada Mills. Now, on to our top story.
Most of us know that storms are just a part of life. However, this phrase took on a whole new meaning over the last month as two devastating hurricanes made their presence known. As Sarah Davis reports, Helene and Milton left lasting damage on the livelihoods of many Southerners in their path.
Foundations slipping away and lives changed forever. Forceful acts of nature from Hurricane Helene ripped through the southern United States at the end of September, leaving thousands of residents without power or a place to sleep. One history professor at Marshall focuses on Appalachian history and culture in his courses, and says the region many call home will likely never be the same again.
There are some communities that are not going to come back. I think it's going to be very difficult to put it back together the way it was. It's never going to be back the way it was. And I don't want to diminish the resiliency of Appalachian people or the story of triumph for Appalachian people sort of overcoming challenges, but this is not a localized deal. I mean, this didn't just happen in one county or one community. This happened, there's not a place in Western North Carolina or East Tennessee or North Georgia or, that hasn't been touched.
Disaster doubled as Hurricane Milton hit 2 weeks after Category 4 Helene. Many relief groups are still out on the storm scene trying to rebuild what was lost. The American Red Cross of the Central Appalachia region is among these organizations.
We here at our Red Cross locally not only respond to the needs right here, but we train and send volunteers and staff to those large hard-hit areas too. After these types of disasters, not only is that immediate emergency need so important, but also, there is long-term recovery.
That is, after all, the heart behind the labor. Communities lifting each other up and triumphing
So
through
it
tragedy.
will take full community organizations and those what we term long-term recovery groups, where we try to pull everyone in, including the Red Cross and others, because no one organization can do this alone.
The official hurricane season lasts from June to November, meaning we could see some more storms hit the southern United States and even the Appalachian region. Sarah Davis, MU Report.
Students can get involved with relief efforts by volunteering with the Red Cross or donating to fundraisers.
The Ball Toyota family of dealerships presented a $250,000 gift to Marshall University, which will be used to renovate space for the School of Kinesiology. It's expected that renovations to Gallus Hall, the program's home, will be completed this fall.
ZMM architects and engineers created an endowed scholarship for West Virginia engineering students. Adam Crayson, an architect at ZMM, says the scholarship will ease the financial stress for West Virginia students and could help build a new generation of skilled professionals. The $120,000 donation was made possible by ZMM's clients and team.
Campus Safety Month has officially kicked off for the month of October. Marshall University has several events planned throughout the entire month for students to learn the importance of campus safety. The kickoff event, Bruin Safety, allows students to get a free sweet treat.
Morning coffee and donuts.
Some students started their Wednesday morning with coffee and donuts as Marshall University Police Department and the Student Office of Advocacy and Accountability hosted an event known as Bruin Safety. This event is a part of Campus Safety Month and allowed students to get to know MUPD on a more casual level.
So we entice them with free coffee and donuts, and then we get to talk to them if they have any questions, but more so just to connect and try to communicate. We're trying to build relationships with students and let them know that we want to talk to them.
The event was hosted between Freshman North and Freshman South dorms to encourage students to take a second to hang out with campus officials and get comfortable with them.
It's just an opportunity for the students to get to know us, MUPD professionals, just to get to know us on a more casual level. We do a lot of work together behind the scenes, so it's fun for us to come out in front and see the students face to face and just be able to give them a morning treat.
Students say this event is a great way for them to get to know the police department and make campus feel safer. Seeing a familiar face helps students know it's okay to take action and come to MUPD about safety issues.
I think Marshall thrives just on the culture of it, even with the police department, of trying to make everybody feel welcome and comfortable with everyone on campus. And I think that it's really cool that they would do something like this to make people feel more comfortable with them.
Events just like this one will be happening the whole month of October. The next event is October 16th for the Campus Safety Walk. Jada Mills, MU Report.
A national podcasting organization recently left campus after spending a month at Marshall. StoryCorps collected many different stories from the Marshall community from September 12th until October 11th.
A lot of rich history, a lot of family history, a lot of people who are really passionate about where they're from and who they are. And then a lot of people who are passionate about their community and the work they do in the community.
Huntington was one of 10 stops along the organization's 2024 mobile tour. Those who recorded on the bus will have their stories archived at the Library of Congress.
The West Virginia Collegiate Recovery Network, a component of Marshall University's Research Corporation Center of Excellence for Recovery, is announcing the launch of the Liver Hep C Free program, funded through ACDC. Funded through a CDC grant, the program will prioritize efforts in Cabell and Kanawha counties while extending outreach to other regions in West Virginia with high prevalence rates of HCV, especially among high-risk populations. Susie Mullins, director of the WVCRN, says the program will provide critical resources and support for those that need it most.
A new change to MyMU has resulted in many frustrated students. The Parthenon conducted a poll that said that 82% of students are not happy with the change. Nate Harrah reports on the frustrations of both students and faculty.
Marshall University released its new MyMU portal this semester on September 1st. Marshall announced the change back in July, but even with the heads up, many students and faculty are not happy with the change.
I've heard quite a few complaints. A lot of people don't like change, and this is definitely very different. So I think it's just a bit of adjusting, and I think they'll get the kinks worked out. But I have heard other staff and faculty not as happy about it.
Students have complained massively online about the problems that the new MyMU has caused them. IT declined to comment, but has said in past emails that they will be working to fix the problems that students say they are having.
You get everybody in orientation, then you get everybody on the first week getting used to everything, and then it changes, and now, if professors, a lot of FYS classes and Uni 101 classes, they're like, hey, this is where you need to go. And then if you have to redo it differently.
Whether students like it or not, the new MyMU is here to stay. And if any glitches or problems are found, they should report them as soon as possible. Nate Harrah, MU Report.
Although the new MyMU had a troubled launch, patches and fixes to the software are added each week, so students should be on the lookout.
Notebooks and pencils are becoming increasingly rare items to see in a college student's backpack. Technology has put these traditional school items in the grave. One student says using a laptop to earn your degree can be worrisome.
We do have a problem with too much screen time in our lives, and I feel like at some point that you need to give yourself a break from the screens.
A lot of students are also wearing blue light glasses to protect their eyes from prolonged screen time.
Here's what you can get up to this weekend. Tomorrow, Thursday, October 16th at 5 p.m. in the Visual Arts Center, room 209, the School of Art and Design will host an artist talk for Baltimore-based artist Becky Borland. At 7 p.m., the Thundering Herd will be taking on the Georgia State Panthers at Joan C. Edwards Stadium. The School of Theater and Dance will present A Doll's House at 7:30 p.m. every night through Saturday, October 19th in the Francis Booth Experimental Theater of the Joan C. Edwards Performing Arts Center.
On Friday, the School of Art and Design is presenting Art Careers, Public Art, a mini-conference taking place at the Visual Arts Center. Events start at 8:30 a.m. and continue throughout the day. The next Green and White Day will be happening on Saturday, starting at 8 a.m. for students interested.
The Pacemakers 5K Run and Walk is coordinated by the student-led interest group of the Joan C. Edwards School of Medicine. All proceeds go towards supporting medical student health, physical activity, and well-being. The event starts at 2 p.m. at the lake in Barbersville Park. At 3 p.m., the Voice Studio at Marshall will be presenting the Art Song Recital at St. John's Episcopal Church. You can be a part of the live audience as Mountain Stage records a new episode for NPR Music with host Kathy Mattea as a part of the Marshall Artist Series. There will be performances by J.D. Simo, Luther Dixon, the Kyle Tuttle Band, John Craigie, Wayne Graham, and Paul Kelly. For more information about any of these events, check out the links in the description.
And that's all the time we have for this edition of MU Report. Our director is Emma Gallus, and our executive producer is Dr. Chris Swindell. Our newscast content is generated by us, students, in the W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications. MU Report is a television lab, and we are glad you're watching. You can always catch this newscast on YouTube, and be sure to follow us on Instagram, JMC_TV, for all updates. I'm Jada Mills.
And I'm Baylee Parsons. Have a great day.